Hi guys, my name is Ty. Welcome back to my channel. We just talk about fashion here. Alright, so today I just wanted to do kind of like a different sort of video. More of like a kind of discussion, sit down sort of chit chat. And I wanted to talk about fall trends. And these are trends that I'm seeing basically on the runway, social media, everywhere. So wherever I consume content, basically, fashion content, these are the kind of trends that I'm seeing, especially what I'm seeing also from the major like fashion houses as well. So I'm just gonna go through these items one by one and let me know what you think if you've invested in some of these sort of trends. And like I always say, I really try not to go with trends and try to find trends that are kind of lend towards more of the classic sort of route. That way it's not like I'm kind of just getting things that I won't use for a long period of time. So yeah. Right, so the first one that I wanted to mention are split hem pants. So this trend I like just because it's so realistic and so wearable and actually really flattering too on most body types, I think, because you can get like a really wide kind of bell bottom like split hem or kind of like slimmer leg split hem. Either one will kind of accentuate like your shoes, your feet, kind of give you like that elongated look on your legs. So I really like this trend. I've seen a lot of these with like Jacquemus. I think I saw some Ferragamo ones that looked good as well too. They're a little bit more tailored. So that trend I like a lot. Okay, so next one I think is really interesting because I have dabbled in this a little bit too, and it is shorts with boots. And I'm not just talking about just regular shorts. I know that we're used to kind of seeing like the paper bag shorts with leggings or with tights, and some heels or boots or whatever you want. Those I think are a very classic look, but I've seen, like especially with Saint Laurent, I've seen Bermuda style shorts, kind of like more tailored Bermuda style shorts with boots. And this I've seen pop up about a couple times on runway shows, at least like maybe back to back or like season to season. And I think that's actually a really cool trend that we'll see kind of coming up soon now and possibly in the future. It's kind of like a way to get that like tailored equestrian slash I'm so cool look. And I'm kind of here for it. It's interesting, but I'm kind of here for it. I think that certain body types may lend more towards that style, maybe if you're taller, just because having like Bermuda shorts and then boots can kind of shorten you a little bit. But I think if you wear in a certain way and if you wear certain types of boots, it would actually look really nice. So this is a trend. I'm not sure if I'm gonna really get into this trend so much, but I'm noticing this one. So let's see if it sticks on for the seasons to come. The next one I've noticed are textured bags. Obviously we know for fall, winter, you're gonna have shearling bags, you're gonna have fur trim bags. Those are kind of typical, but I'm noticing that not just fur, I'm seeing like more like wool. I'm seeing more like, for example, with Bottega, I'm seeing they have this new wire Jody bag, which is so cool. And I'm seeing like these like kind of interesting textures, like Fendi, the Fendi First wool bag with the calligraphy print on it. I think that's really cool, like a different kind of texture. Obviously, fur shearling is going to be a staple for winter time, but I'm really feeling the kind of interesting texture. So be it, the Bottega wire Jody bag, that's kind of a cool texture, and I love that as adding texture for fall winter, because you can also use it for spring and summer because it's not a specific kind of seasonal texture. It's just like an interesting texture. And even the wool one, even though that's more kind of more seasonal, just because it's not like a furry material. It's just kind of wool, and if you get like a light color, you can possibly wear it into spring, and even summer possibly, if it's styled right. I think that's something that, you know, you can do. And I'm really loving the Fendi first bag. Like, it's so cute. Really love it. Okay, so the next trend that I'm noticing are puffer coats, and not just puffer coats, but like kind of more dressed up puffer coats. So we've seen, I think last season with Prada, and they had the puffer coat with the belt, with the cinched in belt that was so beautiful. It kind of gave it a little bit of a dressed up look, which was kind of interesting and kind of disruptive in a way. So I really like that look. We're seeing also like Jacquemus and Louis Vuitton, and they're also doing that as well too, but they're doing it in a little bit more kind of dressed down, cool street style look. Jacquemus, obviously, that's more like a, I would say that kind of lends towards kind of like the mid-range of either dressy or super casual. So I think that those are kind of three options for you if you're looking into, you know, that puffer style look. The next trends that I'm seeing are pops of color, and not just any color, like really pretty, cool, almost neutrally jewel tones. I'm seeing pink, blue, and green. So these are the colors that I'm seeing a lot. Like, I'm wearing pink right now. And, you know, blue, especially royal blue, is perfect for especially fall time, because it's not, it's kind of like a cool toned bluey blue. And it kind of lends itself towards like colder months, but you can also use it for cool warmer months as well too. So I kind of like that, having those colors. Green is just multi-seasonal, but I'm really seeing green, pops of green, especially for fall winter time. And you'll see some of these kind of inspired with like Jacquemus. They've used pink as kind of like juxtaposed, or not really juxtaposed, but more like really styled with red, and kind of giving it that kind of color wheel effect. So I really love that kind of color blocking, color wheel effect, which I really love. So I think that that's a good way of wearing that too as well. And but also kind of toning it down with like blacks or grays or browns. So I think those are really good colors for the season. So another one is ski inspired. So we're seeing this with Chanel. Chanel just came out with the Coco Neige, and that is so cute. I think it was with Jisoo from Blackpink, I can't remember. But I mean, it was beautiful. I just like couldn't stop watching the ad for it, and it's just so beautiful. Like, the collection is amazing. And I'm sure you have all seen that like Chanel, those Chanel boots that are like removable shaft. Those are really cool, and those are kind of like ski inspired. You're seeing like the really cropped puffer jacket with Jacquemus and also with Chanel, and you're seeing just a lot of like, obviously because it's winter time, you're gonna see a lot of like kind of ski inspired stuff. So it does make sense for the season, but that's definitely a trend that I think that is something that one can really invest into, because almost every year each brand comes up with something ski inspired, and just toning it down enough where you can wear it every day, and I think that's absolutely key. Alright, so another trend I'm seeing is fur accents. So fur accents, obviously they lend really true to the season, but we're seeing it a lot, especially in like Fendi, Dion Lee, Balmain, Blue Marine. And it's kind of, what I'm liking from these is that you're getting different ranges, you're getting different like sort of vibes or aesthetics. And for example, like Blue Marine is just going the Y2K route, and I'm actually here for it, and that is just so beautiful. You have Balmain, which does it in a very like retro way, and you know Fendi, they're always gonna do fur in a very classic 70s way. So I really love these like little fur accents on things, and if you can get something that has like some sort of fur accent but is removable, is going to be helpful for you for like all seasons. Okay, so another trend that I'm seeing are metallics. And I'm seeing it with like, for example, like that Prada, and maybe like, let's not say just metallics, but like metallic inspired almost. And obviously we're seeing the Prada like sort of glittery bag, like the crystal embellished bags. And you're seeing like the metallic totes, mini totes they have as well. Off-White also has a really nice kind of metallic bag as well, and I think those are really good pieces to invest in, especially if that's your style, because they don't have any specific season attached to them. So I think that it's also more multi-seasonal and something that's more, you know, you get more returns on your investment basically on your clothing investment. But I think that's a really cool trend actually that I really want to get into. I always used to shy away from metallics because it just looked a little like cheaply done sometimes, but I'm loving the way these designers are doing it because they're just looking a little bit more luxurious, and they're just looking a little bit more timeless almost. So yeah, I think that's a really good trend that is coming up for fall and winter. Another trend is tweed. You can't go wrong with tweed. I mean, tweed for fall and spring is just, and winter is just a no-brainer. But with that said, it's really just a classic, so you should just invest in it, especially if you live in an area that has all four seasons, or even if it's just mostly cold, it'll do you well. So YSL is really kind of going the Chanel route a little bit, especially with their 2021 fall winter collection, which I love. And it's also kind of like a heritage sort of trend for them, for YSL. It's just that recently YSL has not kind of delved into tweed as they have this year, but it is something that is historical to the brand. I know that it was kind of controversial when the fall winter 21 collection came out and people thought, hey, this is like an audition for a Chanel job or something like that. But if you look back at old Saint Laurent pieces, especially like 50s, 60s, well, 60s, 70s, I think. I'm trying to remember when the brand was started. If you look at older pieces from Saint Laurent, you will see there's lots of tweed there, and just lots of tweed done, even if it's in the le smoking sort of silhouette as well too. Just kind of a little bit more androgynous vibe to their tweed, which kind of Chanel does as well too, but it's also kind of heritage to the brand. It's kind of something that the brand has dabbled in before in the past, especially in the beginning stages of the brand. So I do see why that was kind of controversial, but it is part of the Saint Laurent brand as well too. So Saint Laurent is doing that. Chanel, obviously, they're always going to do that. So you can invest in that. And also, one brand that I would say that's on the more contemporary route that does a lot of like tweed inspired, maybe with more knits or like textured material, would be Self Portrait. I think they're really good at kind of getting that tweed vibe in knits or even in tweed material. So I would also look at that brand as well too, if you're looking to kind of not invest so much into it. Okay, so the next one I want to mention are chunky shoes. So we're getting like chunky shoes or platform shoes. I'm going to clump them all together because, I mean, platforms are different from chunky shoes, but I'm just going to put them together. So essentially, the chunky shoes and platform shoes, you're seeing them everywhere. You're seeing Bottega Veneta, you're seeing it with Saint Laurent, you're seeing it with Chloe, You're seeing it with Versace, you're seeing with Dior. They're doing all of these, right? Prada, obviously, I cannot forget Prada. They kind of really started this whole chunky thing. Well, Prada and Bottega. So, I mean, obviously, they've been around for about like the past 2 years now. So I think it's high time to invest in it if it's your style. For me, I don't really like chunky volume on my feet, just because I'm not super tall. So I don't want anything to make me look stumpy, basically. But for me, investing in it, I'll kind of find a little bit of a cheaper route and try it out first before I spend more than a reasonable amount of money on something like that. So, but honestly, to say like the Saint Laurent platform sandals are something that I don't even have to think twice about. Those are perfect because they're platform, they'll give you height, they're super comfortable, and they're very multi-seasonal. Whatever material you're getting in, either be it like the leather or the suede, it's gonna do you right, and you can wear it every season. Just put some tights underneath and you can wear it in the winter, in the fall, and take your tights off and you're wearing it in spring and summer. So I really love that trend. Especially platform shoes are more my style than the chunky boots. But I really do like the Prada chunky boots. I really love the Bottega ones, especially the tire boots. I think are really nice if you get them in a colorway that is not so obvious. So I've seen the ones with the black shoes and let's say like a yellow or I don't know green kind of sole. Those are cute, but not for me. I'd rather get one. I saw one with a black shoe and like a gray sole. That's something that I would invest in just because it's not as obvious. Like it's not so chunky. It kind of is more seamless looking. So yeah, I just don't think that those style of boots are really good for people that are not. Like if you're like 5'8" and up, those boots are great for you, but you can be short and wear them too. I've seen people style them that are around my height and they look awesome, but I feel like in person they kind of stump you up a little bit. But it's still a trend and I do like looking at them, but I'm not ready to invest heavily into it. I think Chloe and Dior are doing it as well too in a more like less chunky way. So those are actually good options as well too. So yeah, I really like them. And like I said, the platform shoes or sandals are more like my style compared to the chunky boots, which I think they're nice, but I think that I'm not ready for that right now. I'm not ready to invest heavily in it. I can get the dupe versions of it all day, but I'm not ready to invest real money into it. So yeah. Oh yeah, so the Versace ones that we've seen on the runway, those are kind of cool, but they're a little too Bratz doll for me and a little bit too theatrical for me. So I probably will not be investing in those. They look great on people that wear them. I see these things as investments because they're not cheap. So I can't just be throwing money on things that they're just trendy for now. I feel like the Versace ones are really cute, but they're just gonna be a for now situation in my opinion, because I just don't see myself, at least for me, I just don't see myself wearing them for a few years. Like I probably would wear them a couple times and then that'd be it. So yeah. The next one I want to talk about are Fringe. So Fringe, we're seeing it in Fendi, Etro, Jill Sander, Jason Wu, Hermes, Armani Scrivano. Those brands are doing Fringe perfectly. Love them. And I mean, you can't go wrong with Fringe. Honestly, if you get like a Fringe accessory, like boots or like a bag with Fringe in it, that kind of ticks that box, because it's less kind of in your face, I think, especially if it's done in a very nice streamlined way, especially if you're scared of all that texture and stuff just bouncing around, fringe bouncing around the place. So I think those are good. I think Amadeus Cavallo, they're doing coats with fringe on them. Those, and the fringe is done in a very classy way, which I love. I really love that brand. Just something that has a little bit of fringe, at least for my style. Nothing too crazy, nothing too editorial in that sense, because I gotta wear this in person, right? I gotta wear these in real life, so it has to work out. So yeah, so that's my take on fringe. The next one I want to talk about is sheer. So I think this will be the last one. So the last one I want to talk about are sheer. So, oh wow, something's going on outside. The last one I want to talk about is sheer. So sheer items are really great for this season and multi-seasonal, in that multi-seasonal sense, because they're a good layering piece. You can wear them summer, spring, fall, winter, whenever. You can wear a sheer, you know, kind of turtleneck. You can wear a sheer like top. If you wear something, if you get a sheer top that is not a turtleneck and maybe long sleeve or kind of 3/4 length or something like that, that's not super obviously like a winter thing, you can wear it all season, right? Like if you have a sheer turtleneck, you can only wear that for fall, winter. But if you have a sheer top that's kind of like maybe just a regular kind of neckline, then you can wear that all year long and just layer on it however you want. So I really like sheer, especially I think Jill Sanders doing that. I've seen Versace, I've seen Fendi, Sacai, Dior, they're all doing it as well too. So yeah, so I think those ones are kind of like, you know, the kind of runway shows that I've seen that kind of was like, yeah, we're gonna see sheer. We're gonna see sheer pieces this season, and really all season long. You can, like I said, you can wear them all season. Saint Laurent does sheer perfectly well too as well, and a lot of their pieces can really just be taken up anywhere, so you can, or use in any season. So it's a good place also to check out sheer materials. Alright guys, so that was it. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think and what trends are you looking at and have you invested in already, because we're kind of heading towards winter now. We're almost in November, so let me know what you've gotten recently and what kind of staples you have right now. I'm going to do a styling video as well too, coming up soon. Just different fall looks, and I think will also be really great for me, so that I know what to wear. Because sometimes I actually do look back on my videos or pictures to get inspo from my own closet. Yep, and also before I leave, I just wanted to mention what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a full Zara look. And it's this blazer and top. These are pants. I don't know if you can see. These are pants as well from Zara. I love these. Like Zara they can also hit sometimes. And this blazer that's like, it's kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pinstriped and it's just beautiful. I think it's multi-seasonal just because it has a pinstripe. It kind of makes you feel like you could probably wear it in the fall. I don't know, it's just me. But I really love this. I feel like it was well done, and I have a picture of me wearing this in the summertime, so I'll just pop that up. But I really love this, and I love the pants a lot because they're very tailored looking. The fit is amazing. Only problem is that they're too long, but c'est la vie. Yeah, so that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think as well too, and what you're investing in. What are the trends for you as well too? So alright guys, I will see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.